Okay, so I'm using Amplitube. Here we have it inside of Cubase, and what I've done is I've set up a MIDI channel, and I've set it so that my Footswitch controller that I created, which I custom named Red Confetti Footswitch because this is a custom device I put together. It's using Arduino um, board connected to yeah, just like switches connected to an Arduino board. I'll link to the video below. But essentially, I've got four different switches, and each of these sends a different MIDI CC, continuous control message, to the computer. And so I'm choosing that as the input, and then I'm telling it to send to the clean guitar insert for Amplitude 5, which is kind of like what I'm currently on, the clean guitar channel, the insert. Okay, so here's the MIDI channel. It can be anywhere. I can move it even here above this, but this is the one that's receiving the MIDI messages and and then sending it to Amplitube, and then this, of course, is my actual monitored you know, channel. I've added four different pedals to the pedal board area. I've got a tube overdrive, overscream, which is supposed to be Tube Screamer. I'm not sure what Tube Overdrive is based on. Actually, I think that's probably a signature model. That's part of a collection I've got. Anyway, and then I'm using a Tonex modeling of a Lawn Centaur, also known as Horsey. I forget where you find it. Anyway, Horsey something. And then I'm also using another Tonex capture of my Big Muff op amp. Okay. So Harold, what you got to do first to actually set up your MIDI foot switch controller down here to actually drive this is you've got to go to this menu here and then go to Control and then go to Control Change and then go to Preset. And this will show different parameters that will apply to this preset because they're specific to this preset and the different effects that I have loaded. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll click Add, and it will show me the different sections that I can add things from. I can even assign these to like the rack mount, effects as well if I wanted to. But in this case, I'm only to focus completely on the stomp area A1, and I've got four different pedals loaded here. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on. I'm not, I don't have knob controls. I don't have variable knobs that are MIDI controlled. These are just simple foot switches, and they're momentary switches is what I'm actually using on the actual the pedal. They're not latching foot switches. Okay, so um, I'm just going to assign each of these to the bypass. So there's the first one for the tube overdrive. Let's go to the second one, the overscream. We're also going to control the bypass on that, and then we're going to do the first Tonex stomp, and then we're going to do the fourth one, all bypass. Now, what I need to do is this won't work properly. If I press my foot on the actual switch and hold it down, it will bypass it, but it won't hold. So I need to turn this latch on. So you just have to like double click on each one of these to turn them on, and then you're good. Now the next thing I need to do is actually assign the different CC messages for each of these to it. Now I could put those in manually if I wanted to by like double clicking on here. I guess not. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Learn, and it's going to wait for the MIDI input. And then after I press my foot on this button, wow, that didn't work. Okay, I got to troubleshoot in the middle of a ding video. Let's see here. Red confetti, channel 1, clean guitar. Okay. Why is that not working? Let's try this again. Learn. Okay. There we go. That worked. Okay. So as you can see, it assigned MIDI CC83 to that one. Let's go do it for the second one. Do it for the third one. And finally, the fourth one. Now, if you wanted to, you could go here to the global settings and you could even assign two different buttons to be the preset next in previous, and that would work fine. That might work better for you, but in my case, I just want to do the different pedals, and so I press OK here. There we have it. Now, strange enough, with the Tonix pedals, you actually have to make sure that the actual effect is turned on, and then the bypass is actually assigned to this button here that kind of bypasses the pedals. So you have to leave those on, and then you can. So as you can see, this actual little. Whoops, I did both. And there you have it. That's my little demo of how to configure Amplitube to be controlled by a little simple Footswitch controller.